So this is my 2019 Ninja 400. They have a bit of a clutch issue where the clutch prematurely wears out. Mine's at 3,200 kilometers and it's totally worn out. A lot of them won't have this problem because the general riding style of the people. I'm a pretty aggressive rider and I've been racing it a little bit. So this part here is the problem, or a combination of the problem. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this piece of here out, which is the clutch pull rod, and we're going to get it machined down, because what's happening is my friction plates in here, they're not fully worn out. I still have about 2/3 of the friction plates left, and the clutch basket is bottoming out and you can't use any more of it. So this bike goes pretty much nowhere under acceleration. So I'm going to take these 3 bolts out. I'm going to take the cover off and I should be able to take the pull rod and bearing out. Okay, so I'll just continue on from where I was. I just ran out of space. So this is our problem with the 2018-2019 clutch. So we're going to remove this part and get it machined down. Now you can just buy the 2020 pull rod and bearing, which is a little bit different. I'm going to take 2 mil off the flange on the pull rod. What the update you can do if you want to pay for it is you can buy a new pull rod. It's maybe $35, and a new bearing, probably a couple of bucks. The bearing will be 1 mil thicker and the flange will be 1 mil down a bit more. So I'm going to remove these 3 bolts and hopefully that should be it. We'll come back to it after that. Okay, so here we are back again. As you can see, I've just been undoing them evenly because the clutch springs are actually under there and that little plate's under spring tension. That's another thing I'll be doing at a later date. It's one of the major problems with it is the springs. I'm going to upgrade the springs to stiffer springs, and I'm actually in the future I'm ordering the clutch plates, thicker clutch plates. It's going to tighten the clutch up, but for now I'm going to machine the rod and put it back together stock standard. It'll probably wear out in another should last a bit longer now because you can't use all of the clutch. So should have 2/3 left, so I should maybe get 6,000 Ks out of it now, and then I'll put my new clutch plates in, which are thicker and tighter. So here we go, I've got the plate off. Going to remove the clutch springs now. These will be getting replaced later after it wears out again. So put them over to the side. Now, these in here, when your clutch spins one way, it'll slip, and it's got ramps there that'll lock it in for the drive, I believe, if it spins that way. Yeah, that's right, it spins that way. It slides up those little ramps there and locks the clutch in harder. Now, I believe I just pull this little plate off the face somehow, yes, and without taking my clutch packs out. There we go. There's my bearing in the back. We're going to pop that out. Can leave that in because I'm not going to change that. But if you want to do it, you can also put the 2020 bearing in and the pull rod. This is the part that I'm getting machined. I believe I can just slide that out now because I don't want to be taking that bolt off because I won't get it out, that bolt out without the right tool. And there we go. That's what's getting machined down. I'll be taking 2 millimeters off the flange of that so it will slide in further. I think that's the right side. I'm going to have to work it out again and just make sure. Yes, that's the side. No. I'm going to have to look. I'll let you know later. I'm going to have to do some maths and work it out. Okay.